When I think about firework photography, I think about how many people all over the entire world will not watch the fireworks in the sky, but will watch fireworks through their phone. Which is ironic because the only time they will watch fireworks on their phone is when they are recording the video or taking the photo of the fireworks, because nobody returns to those photos and videos and looks at them from time to time. Fireworks are, by design, a brief second in time, and then they're gone forever. Now, here in America, we typically have 2 holidays with fireworks. There's obviously New Year's, which gets celebrated all over the world. And then, of course, here we have the 4th of July, our Independence Day. Independence Day is especially colorful with all the red, white, and blue in the flag and in the clothes from Old Navy, and in the decoration that gets thrown up all over towns and different celebrations. So to honor the color of this holiday, I took my Leica Q2 Monochrome to our local celebration in town to capture absolutely no color at all. There's this guy that works at Leica San Francisco named Wayne. And I have heard Wayne say multiple times that no one looks at a black and white image and says, man, I wish that image had color. And honestly, the more I hear Wayne say this, the more I believe it. After reviewing all of the photos that I took at our 4th of July celebration on the Q2 Monochrome, I think that the photos that I got are actually better because they are in black and white and they lack color. And today I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why. But real quick, if this is your first time here, my name is Dave. I'm a photographer and videographer from the Bay Area of California. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. I post 2 videos a week unless something goes horribly wrong. So let's talk about the first reason that I think these photos in black and white look better than they would have if they were in color. And that is simply that there is just too much color at an event like this. If you are new to this channel, you've obviously never heard me say this before, but if you are a viewer who's watched some of my other videos, you've likely heard me say this before, that the best photos typically have 2, maybe 3 dominant colors. This is true of landscape photography, which I did a video about. I'll link it right here. But it's also true of portraits and honestly, any photography. It's just best with 2, maybe 3 colors. And an event like this has a ton of color. First and foremost, because it's Independence Day, you're not going to escape the fact that you're going to have to square up with the red, white, and blue, and that's 3 right there. But then you add the green grass. You add an entire spectrum of colors in people's clothing and in their tents and the stuff that they bring and the food trucks or whatever else is there. And if you are taking color photos, you're kind of hitting a bit of a colorful mess. Black and white images bring us back to 2 dominant colors, black and white, and of course a spectrum of gray connecting the 2. The photos just look so much better because we've removed all of that colorful distraction. The second reason why I think these photos are better in black and white, and this is more of an overarching principle, it's that black and white photos force you to think about composition because you just can't rely on the lighting to make your photos interesting. Good lighting, like golden hour, which was when this photo was taken, can become the star of your photo. When the lighting is your hero, your composition can take a back seat. You don't, say, have to be brave and go get into the middle of a crowd of dancing people to try to find great compositions, because you can stand on the side, get that pretty lighting on the hills behind the dancers and make the lighting your hero, and thus avoid putting yourself in an awkward position to get good compositions. You see, black and white images expose your compositional weaknesses. See what I did there? Expose. You have no crutch when you are shooting black and white. The photo is either good and memorable, or it isn't. Your composition was either interesting, or it wasn't. I have learned more about how I compose from black and white images than I have through color images. This is because I will happily reject a photo based upon the colors in that photo, rather than reject that photo because it has a poor composition. I will let harsh lighting or mixed color temperatures in the room, or other color-related issues take the fall for the work that I did not do to get the composition right on the front end. Black and white simply forces you to focus on your composition and get a more interesting and better photo, because that lighting, that color, it can't be your hero. And the third and final reason that I think these photos just look so much better in black and white is because black and white images are simply more timeless. And I know just right off the bat that sounds super cliche, but the truth in a cliche is still true. If I was to go back in my photo library, say like 6 or 7 years ago, and I was to recall photos that I edited in black and white back then, it's safe to say that I'm still gonna like those images and the way that they were edited even today. But how I edited color, say 6 or 7 years ago, is really not how I edit color today. And I bet that you are just as guilty as I am of changing your color edit style over 6 or 7 years. I remember this time in 2017 when I was working with a much younger creative than myself. He's from a generation below me, an up-and-comer at the time. And he had the nerve to criticize my muted colors and my faded black point. He called them dated and early Instagram. And after I fired him, I began to reflect on what he said. Okay, just kidding. I didn't fire him, but he did quit like a year later. I remember thinking at the time, are my edits not timeless? And when I look back on those photos from that season of my life now, guess what? They really weren't timeless, because today I completely changed the edit on those photos when I reused them. Maybe that's just me, maybe, but I bet it's some of you as well. Now, today, I would like to believe that the way I edit is much more timeless and true to myself and will not evolve over the next 6 or 7 years. It's stayed pretty consistent now for a while, but who knows what the future holds. However, I can say with nearly 99% certainty that any images that I'm making right now that are black and white, whether that is with the monochrome or a color photo that I edited in black and white, I'm probably still going to be happy with that photo years and years down the road, because black and white just feels more timeless than color photos. This entire event feels really good to me in black and white, especially the fireworks. This is probably my favorite firework photo I've ever gotten. 3 reasons. 1, it's in black and white, so it just looks really timeless and good. 2, these 2 people just randomly stood up while everyone else was sitting down on the lawn. And 3, this woman had a screen in each hand recording the fireworks show, both in horizontal and in vertical. She was ready for YouTube and for TikTok and Instagram. I just had the Q2 monochrome. So would color have been better? No, not at all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a like, and if you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. I try to reply to every single comment, so I will see your comment and I will reply. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.